Good morning everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today is Thursday and I have a very fun-filled weekend ahead of me, but it all kind of kicks off from today. I know we're not at the weekend just yet, but I have a very fun team day planned in my company's central London office today, and then afterwards going for drinks with colleagues, so that's very exciting and it's a great opportunity and chance to meet my new teammates, get to know everyone a little bit better and have some fun outside of work. And then tomorrow I'm meeting friends at the pub after work, and as you guys will know or probably know, it is the King's coronation in the UK this weekend, which is why it's going to be super packed. I'm seeing so many friends throughout the weekend for picnics and street parties, coffees and dog walks and lunch and all sorts of things, everything in between. So I just figured I may as well start the vlog now when the fun starts and bring you guys along with me. I am going to dash out the door because I need to get to my company's central London office today rather than my usual office, and I do not want to be late, though I do have plenty of time, but don't want to make a bad impression when it's a big team. It's like an extended team day, so everybody's going to be there and I want a chance to grab a cup of tea and settle in and chat to everybody before the day kicks off. So I'll see you around. Hello everybody, I had so much fun at yesterday's team day. I forgot to document it by the time I got back in. It was quite late, so didn't really have much of a chance to give you an update. It was straight to bed because obviously it was a Thursday night. I know Thursday is the new Friday, but I did still have work today this Friday. So yeah, I just took all my makeup off, literally crawled into bed, tried to get as much sleep as I could and tried to feel as refreshed as I could for the working day. But yes, yesterday was a lot of fun. It was really lovely getting to know my new team. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was because there's like the wider team and then there's my immediate day-to-day team that I see, but I didn't realise quite how big the broader team was that we sit within. So it was really nice to meet some new people there. Everyone was super friendly, really nice. I feel very, very welcome. We kept saying like it doesn't feel like I've been in the team for only 3 weeks because I feel so comfortable and relaxed around everybody and free to be myself and laugh and joke, and yeah, it just feels like I've known them a lot longer, which is a really, really good sign. We had lots of fun on the team day. We did obviously some corporate work strategy things, but also lots of fun. We did like a guess the person based off the 2 facts and the baby picture they'd sent in, and there were about 30 of us on this day, so we went around every single set of prompts and pictures and had to fill in a form and try and guess and marry up each profile to each person, which was a good laugh. A little bit trickier for me as someone who was quite new to the team, but I was really relying on those baby pictures trying to work it out. And then after that, again, more strategy sessions with like heads of teams doing presentations, motivational speeches and thank yous as well for all of the hard work the team have done over the years. And then into another fun activity, and this time it was a scavenger hunt, which was really, really funny. We got put into smaller groups and then were sent tasks to our phones via Teams. So each team was working on different tasks throughout the afternoon, and they were kind of like quick fire, like we were racing each other trying to get our tasks done. It was things like build a stick person out of office resources to resemble one of the people in your team, and then we had to take a picture and send it back, or do a trick shot in the pool table in the office, which was quite another funny one. Really funny to see all the videos at the end of the day when we all came back to the room. Another one was we got sent a price of an item, like a random number, like £3.42 or £7.29, and we had to go and find an item as close to that value as possible, and the closest team would win. But obviously they were strange numbers, so it's quite hard to find an item with that value that doesn't end in like a 0 or a 5 or whatever. So that was another fun one. We also did a couple of like find the building, take a picture with it. We've hidden an object in this room in the building. Here's a picture. Can you work out what room it is? Go to that room and find the object. And it was just a good laugh. Like, I'm glad we do things like that in my company. It really helps with the team culture and bringing people together. And it's nice to get out of our usual office and into the central London office as well. And then afterwards we headed for a couple of drinks and to a ping pong place in London as well, which was really, really good fun, playing table tennis with my colleagues and eating lots of good food. There were lots of pizzas and these really, really tasty like garlic potato balls, which I can 10 out of 10 recommend. They were really good. And then yeah, came home and just finished off my day at work, which was quite difficult, running on very minimal sleep and not enough rest or relaxation last night. But we move and it is now the long weekend and I'm going to be seeing friends throughout the weekend, so I'm very excited about that and excited for the King's coronation. So I did end up bailing on my pub plans tonight. I am not feeling so great today. Probably something to do with the fact that I was out quite late last night and I'm very tired, and I think it's made me feel a little bit under the weather because I didn't get as much sleep as I should have done and then had to try and get through a whole day of work on very low energy. So I just wasn't really feeling up to it and up to socialising, which is a shame, but sometimes you've got to sort of cut your losses in order to power through the rest of it. I think if I pushed myself to go out tonight, then maybe I wouldn't have been able to see other friends across the weekend. So yeah, I decided to give this one a miss, but not to worry because one of the friends that was going to be there tonight I've actually got plans with later on across the long weekend to go out for lunch together, so at least I'll still get to see her and I'm really looking forward to that. And yeah, I think an early night tonight for me is definitely what's needed. Good morning, good morning. It is coronation day today, so I'm feeling quite British. I wanted to do some very traditional British things just to get in the spirit. There's like bunting and flags and all sorts all over the UK at the minute. Everyone is really starting to feel patriotic and get excited for the crowning of our new king. And I decided yesterday to hop out and get some picnicky bits, though it is looking like it's going to rain today, unfortunately, so maybe it won't be a picnic, it might be an indoor picnic. And then one of my friends is going to come over and we're just going to soak up the atmosphere, walk around the streets. Hopefully there'll be street parties or music or something on in my local area. And yeah, have a nice little picnic. I've got some cheese and onion rolls, grapes, hummus, cucumber sticks, all of your classic picnicky bits. And for breakfast, I decided to treat myself to my absolute favourite thing in the world, and that's scones. That said, I was always a cream then a jam person, and then my friend back home introduced me to the other way round, jam first then cream. See, my previous logic was that the cream is like butter and then you put the jam on top, but I've been converted to jam first because it's heavier and tangier, so that flavour's the most overpowering, and then you put the cream on the top so that you can actually get the flavour of the cream with the first bite. It's a very contentious subject in the UK, so excuse me for going off on a ramble or a rant about which way to do it, but we take our scones and our jam and cream very seriously in the UK. Anyway, I'd planned on doing jam and then cream on my scone, and I accidentally did it the wrong way around when I was filming it for you this morning. So unfortunately, I do have a scone which looks very good, I must admit, but not the way I would have wanted it in order to maximise the flavour. But I've still got 3 left in the pack, so I'm sure I'll get my way through them across this very British weekend, and I can try it different ways and see what's best. Let me know in the comments below what you guys do.
There is a sticking world championships there. Did you know that? I did not. No. Tell us. It's enjoying this, I think. But all of them will remember this. They're old enough to remember it, and everybody here today.
So I spent my morning, I had quite a chill morning to start off with, I guess, and then spent the rest of the morning watching the coronation. So when I got up, obviously had my scone, and then headed out to the gym, which was nice to have a slow, relaxed sort of, yeah, get the energy flowing, come back, hoovered, change my bed sheets, get some laundry on, like one of those classic chill Saturdays, then hopped into bed, literally watched the coronation from start to finish. It started at 11, I've just finished watching now at 2, and I'm about to head out into the city centre. I can hear music playing in the streets, so I'm thinking that maybe a local bar or pub is playing some live, or has some live music, live artists performing. I did see a sign that said there was going to be a street party with face painting for kids and activities and things, so it might be buzzing in my, like the centre of my little town, and I'd really like to go and see that and see if there's an atmosphere. I'm hoping the rain hasn't deterred people from coming out, but if it has, it'll still be nice just to head out and see the decorations and, you know, anyone celebrating who is. So feeling very excited about that, and then hopefully my friend's going to be here soon, and I think our walk plans and picnic plans might have to turn into a coffee because the rain looks like it's getting heavier now. Typical British weather for a typical British occasion, I guess. Yesterday's coronation celebrations were so much fun. Yes, it might have been rainy and cold, but the street all came together and it was filled with music and fun and lots of families and kids, and it was just a really good atmosphere. It was lovely seeing my friend for coffee as well, that was nice. And then she came back to mine and we just chatted, and I made her scone because I did get a big pack and wanted that sort of picnicky British feast feel. So we did that as well, which was really nice with the cream that I'd whipped. So yeah, all in all, a really good day. It is now Sunday and I actually have no plans for today, and it's going to be the hottest day of the weekend. And I think at the air so far it's going to be 20-21 degrees. So I am currently dressed to go out on a run. It is 10:30. I'm hoping it's still quite cloudy and overcast. I'm hoping it's going to be warm, but by the time I'm back from my run, then the sun will be out because I don't want to be running in the direct sun and heat. But I think the plan is do my run, try and do an hour and a half, something like that, and then yeah, get back, maybe shower, and then head out to a green somewhere and just sit and read in the park and have a day for myself, enjoying the weather, and on my own just recuperating and recovering and quite chill, because it has been a lot of running around seeing friends this whole weekend. I'm back in from my run. I didn't actually film any of it because I didn't want to stop. I was going for a certain distance and I didn't want to sort of break my pattern or running, and I knew if I tried to film whilst I was running it could be dangerous, or you just get some really bad wobbly blurry footage. I unfortunately tripped about 20 minutes into my run and did sustain a slight injury on my elbow. It really hurt, on my knee. I went flying into the pavement, tripped on a cobblestone, and that really hurt, and I kind of picked myself up and tried to power on because I felt a bit embarrassed and no one really came over to help. So I was just like, pick yourself up, keep going, and tried to get somewhere where there was a shopping mall where I knew there was a toilet so I could wash up. Luckily there were two really lovely ladies in there who helped me clean up, was super sweet, checking I was all right. And funnily enough, one of them was an old lady from Newcastle, which, like, what are the odds? Like, what a coincidence that I would bump into a woman who is from my hometown when I'm living in London. And she was the nicest lady ever. She gave me her email address and a little bit of her life story, and she said she's going to email me her doctorate thesis actually to read, which is quite funny, and to check I'm okay, which was very sweet and has really made my day. But I've just had the best, most wonderful, sunny, warm, joyous run I've ever had, and I ran my longest distance. Didn't quite get the half marathon distance, obviously with my fall I was a bit shaken up and I was quite dehydrated and just wanted to stop and get a drink, but I was not far off. It's the longest run I've done. I ran all the way along the Regent's Canal, which was just unreal. It was so lovely, through, I think it was called Victoria Park, and then Mile End Park, I think, and then came out where St Catherine's Dock Marina is, where the Regent's Canal flows into, and then ran around there along the River Thames. I got to see the Shard, the Gherkin, the Walkie-Talkie building, the Tower of London. I saw St Paul's. I managed to do like a whole running tour of London, it feels, and it was great. I felt really good apart from my fall, and then I just decided to get the tube back. I didn't really want to do a loop, I just wanted to run as far as I could, and I'd planned on getting the tube back, but with my old elbow and knee like this, I definitely didn't fancy walking or running back, and I just wanted to get back as soon as I could to clean up and to make some lunch. So that's what I'm doing now, and then I think I'll head back out and just sit in a park and read for the rest of the day because it is such a glorious weather day. My goodness, yesterday's coronation concert was so good. I only watched it at home in bed from my laptop. I did consider going out to one of the parks and watching it on the big screen, but I think it would have been a better atmosphere if I'd went with friends or a crowd of people, and unfortunately I couldn't get anyone as patriotic or as excited about the coronation as I was to come along, so instead I just watched it from home. But it was quite a tiring day yesterday after my long run. I actually ended up going back to the park that I ran through because I thought it was so lovely. I wanted to come back and read my book there, so I did that for an hour and then walked a little bit along the canal, then came back and had a much needed chill night. I'm now dressed and ready to go out again. I'm meeting one of my work friends for lunch at a pasta place called, I think is it Bancon or Bancone? I don't know how you pronounce it. It's a famous pasta place in London. It's fully booked. It's always super busy. We're hoping that they will do walk-ins. I imagine they'll have walk-in tables, but if not, we do have a couple of backup plan restaurants, but that's where we're hoping to get in. So hopefully, yeah, because it's been on my bucket list for a very long time to go there and try that. I am dressed as if it's summer, but it is forecast for rain today, so I'm not so hopeful, but I guess we'll see when I get there. And I mean, I did go out to get my groceries in this morning and it felt milder than expected, so I guess we'll see. And that is my coronation weekend done. I say my coronation as if it was my coronation. I meant the coronation weekend, but my weekend, you get what I mean. My weekend is done and it has been so much fun. The pasta place was super good. I probably wouldn't go back again because there wasn't a lot else on the menu that I'd want to try. Maybe that's because I'm vegetarian and there weren't tons of options, or the ones that were there were a little bit bland. But the one I went for was the walnut butter pasta, and it had like I got parmesan grated on the top and then this egg yolk in the middle, which I'm not normally a big fan of egg yolk, but apparently this is their best pasta, so I just had to try it and it was delicious. I wolfed it down and then felt a little bit sick afterwards, but very, very tasty. I'm glad I went for that dish. And then my friend and I went shopping in Oxford Street afterwards. Didn't end up getting anything, but it was just nice to have a bit of retail therapy and to catch up with my friend and to do a nice activity together after we'd had lunch. And then yeah, just came home, picking on the last of my picnicky foods before the rain comes in. I'm trying to cling on to that the last of that summer feeling. And then I'm gonna, yeah, hop in the shower and wind down for the rest of the night because it is back to work tomorrow. I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. I hope you've enjoyed spending the coronation weekend with me. Not that I did anything particularly coronation-y, but I guess you got to see glimpses of what London did look like with some of the bunting, some of the things in my local town, village area. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed and I hope you've had a lovely long weekend too, and I'll see you around. Thanks for watching everybody. Bye.